Hi guys, before we get to the video, please like this video and consider subscribing to my channel because I would love to have you in this family. So recently, the American actor and producer Tyler Perry tweeted asking his fan if he should do another chapter of the movie Why Did I Get Married? While many gave Tyler a go-ahead, confirming that they would love to watch the movie, Refilwe Modiselle saw this as an opportunity to ask Tyler for a role on the movie. Modiselle urged Tyler to go forward with the project and asked to be casted in the movie. Yes, you should, and can you explore casting me? I've won awards for the best actress for an international short film. So you can show diversification and inclusivity of a black narrative not often explored. With all due respect, Sam, Refilwe tweeted. Although Tyler Perry has not responded to her request, it was beautiful to see Mzansi coming together calling for Tyler to consider Refilwe's request. Refilwe was shocked and happy to see so many people sharing and supporting her tweet. Now let me take you to her background story and challenges she has faced as a black woman, actress, model, and a person living with albinism. The 35-year-old award-winning actress was born in Soweto on the 2nd of January 1986. She is the firstborn to her parents and is the eldest sister of the Modiselle sisters, including Bontle Modiselle and Candice Modiselle. Growing up in Gauteng, she started her career at the age of 13. In 2005, she broke into the entertainment industry after a runaway appearance that brought her the attention of the South African fashion designer David Tlale. After modeling his fashion, she became the first South African model living with albinism. Tapping into the music industry, she has worked as a backup artist for Kibetswe KB Motsilanyane. Refilwe graduated from the University of Johannesburg with a cum laude in advertising. Last year, she appreciated her mother for not rejecting her at birth, as many children living with albinism often are. Taking to her Instagram page, the media personality thanked her late grandmother for advising her mother to never throw her away or reject her. My mother relayed a story of how my grandmother said to her when I was brought home after my birth, "I never want to see this child in a dustbin." My mom honored that promise beyond words. "Look at what I've done with my life. I know you are with me always from the heavens," she wrote. She also extended her gratitude to her mother for allowing her to be the person she needed to become to fulfill her purpose. "Grateful to my mom too for allowing me to be the person I needed to become to fulfill my purpose." She further encouraged people with children to love and understand that their children are God-given and not take for granted who they have been given, because parents don't know what lessons, love, joy, and blessing that soul will bring into their lives. Refilwe has had her own fair share of challenges and bullying on social media and in the entertainment industry. Speaking on Chisa Live about the importance of representation in the arts industry and how she has been rejected on black people's characters because of her albinism condition, Refilwe said the mindset of people has to be changed because now we are taught that for you to qualify as a black child, you have to have really dark brown skin or certain shade of brown. But to be acknowledged by your society and seen for who you are as a black person living with albinism is important. We should not be sidelined because at the end of the day, I am still proud of my heritage and who I am as an African. Refilwe slammed people who have sidelined artists living with albinism solely because of their conditions. She explained that the reason that people would not be able to relate or resonate with an artist just because of their skin was outdated and discriminatory. A lot of the time, yes, blackness of a person is connected to their brown skin or whatever the case, but people need to realize, acknowledge and accept that there are other different types of blackness. Representation matters and people need to stop marginalizing us as people living with albinism, to say that we are not in the shadows, we are people, to not to be discriminated against. This industry in particular has to do better in terms of not shutting people out because of what they think people will gravitate towards, and judge people based on their capabilities. Back in 2017, Refilwe was insulted by an Instagram follower who called her a bitch and slammed her for bleaching her body. What the F this bitch bleaching her skin for? So damn disgusting, the person wrote. Refilwe tackled the person with a firm yet strong reply. Your mother wouldn't take lightly to a son who addresses a woman that way. Second to that, it seems you cannot tell the difference between that of a bleached person's skin versus albinism. If you were not so ignorant, that would have not been your first thought. She told the person to do more research about her condition. Refilwe said that she chose to tackle the hate head on because it creates angry and broken people. She said she would rather educate people than turn a blind eye. I'm just grateful God has made me an extremely strong woman, because things like this end up creating angry, broken people because of such torment and worse, but I've chosen to educate and constantly stay in being the woman I am. The actress, who calls herself Vanilla Black, is not shy to call out people who make hurtful statements and mistreat people living with albinism. Refilwe constantly reminds people not to refer to others with albinism as albinos. She clapped back at a Twitter user who asked her if there were any other albinos models in South Africa. While a few people took their time to drop a few names of models who have albinism, Refilwe hit back and let people know that she is not about using the term albino. Please don't refer to us as albino. It's very derogatory. Come correct, please. It's persons with albinism. Correct referral is models with albinism. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, Refilwe said. In another interview talking about racism and the pain of having to constantly explain and educate people, Modiselle said, I want to live in a world where I don't have to explain myself. We live in a society that validates race, boxes you where you belong. It's not fair. She went on to say that it's not just an albinism thing. It's always having to explain yourself in this country because of the way you look. Look at me, I am the perfect lesson for South Africans. A born in Soweto black woman with a white skin. What does that tell you? Respect me for my humanness. It's so unnecessary, so uncalled for, so tiring. She says that the hate as a child came from people questioning behind her back. People asking my mother if she had an affair with a white man to have a light-skinned daughter. I felt like a reminder of oppression for black people. It's a silent, painful thing. You don't want to look like the history of what has happened to your own culture or your own people. Modiselle says that she feels the thing people say to her, but she tries not to take the hate in there. She does not need validation from outside. The hate does not make her question her identity. It's in my DNA, she says. My maker molded me in this way to fulfill a purpose, to be a voice, a change maker. My strength comes from my emotional intelligence. She emphasizes that she is grateful for the way she was born. That alone has given me the strength to become the person I am and who I am becoming. After winning an international award for Best Actress in the movie White Gold, Modiselle felt that she was not appreciated enough in South Africa. The movie White Gold, in which Refilwe starred, is centered on the struggle of a woman living with albinism who is assaulted and her body parts sold for muti. It was featured at a film festival in the UK earlier this year and has put the star on the map. Refilwe told SAFM that I would love to leave the country because the sad part is I feel like I am not appreciated in this country. I feel like when I step out on the global stage, that is when people appreciate what I do. I have made peace with it. She says that her ambition is not to chase the Hollywood dream, but she wants to be a global star. Thank you for watching up to this point, guys. Please leave your comments down below and I will see you on my next upload.